welcome to Let's play Minecraft for a little bit. This isn't going to be a really a series kind of thing, or I don't know. It's not going to be very long. Most likely, it's probably just going to be a few episodes. I just really need to upload things. Upload something. I feel. I still have some videos that I really need to render out, but I just haven't for some reason. I have some. How did I get experience? If you haven't noticed something on the. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a bug where when you jump you get your experience bar randomly modified. Like it randomly resets to a different um, section of the bar. So anyways, yeah, I'm playing on the 1.9 pre-release because I felt like it. The main reason, though, is because of the swamps. I really, really like the way that the swamps are. Since 1.8, which has been out for so long. I know saying since 1.8 makes it sound like it's been forever. No, yeah, since I heard of the swamps and since I actually saw them, I've been really attracted to them because, well, they're awesome. They look cool. So hopefully we can find a swamp and I will settle down there. I don't know, just talking about what I like, mainly in the newer updates, or the newest updates, or the new updates, 1.8, 1.9. It's not really like the strongholds or the ravines or anything. Well, the ravines are pretty cool, but the main things, as I said, are the swamps and the rivers. And I know a lot of people are probably like, that I don't really care about those, but I don't know. I really like the swamps and the rivers, and those are probably my favorite things. So yeah. Oh, and I am playing on normal. If you didn't notice when I was changing the volume. I'll probably die a lot because if you haven't noticed yet either, my game is lagging like crazy. I've heard people talking, I've read a few comments about 1.9 being laggy, like really laggy for a lot of people, so that might be why. Also, I don't have the best computer in the world, obviously, so that could be it partially too. Oh, and if I sound kind of like, yeah, like I normally do, it's because I'm tired, like I normally do. Ha ha ha. But no, if I sound a little groggy, I guess, yeah, I'm really tired. Yeah, I must say that watching season this year is nowhere near as bad as it felt last year. I guess that's because last year was my first year doing marching. Well, of course I don't march, but like just the fact that I have to be there at 6. Well, actually, I should be getting there at like 5:45, but I get there at 6 because there's really no point in getting there any earlier. Just want to kill the pig without lag. I suppose I should probably make like a sword and stuff, shouldn't I? One thing I really don't like is shift clicking now makes everything that you can make, like if I were to do this and shift click, I would get 15 sets of 4 sticks. I'm too lazy to do the math of what that would be. It's like what, 60? I'm probably completely off. It's probably something like, I don't know, probably not 60 though. I need to do something. Ah, because, but ah. Okay, I'll save that, and there we go. If you don't know yet, I think I've mentioned this before, but I'm very OCD about the amount of sticks and planks I have. If I have an uneven amount of planks or sticks, I get really frustrated because, well, it's kind of pointless. I mean, I guess there's in structures, sometimes it's not really that bad to have an uneven amount of planks, but I just don't like it. One thing I don't like also, in the water, I don't know if it is just of 1.9. If you notice the little, like, the horizon, like, does this weird color thing, it's really annoying. But, yeah, I think it was since 1.9, I don't know. Again, another thing that I like is, I don't know if this, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but the lakes and oceans seem a lot deeper. It's awesome. Like, because you used to find more that were just, like, not like this at all, not nearly as deep, like 3 or 4 blocks deep for like lakes and stuff, and now it's quite a bit deeper, I think. I could be completely wrong, maybe they've been like that forever, but I don't remember them being like that. But I have a poor memory as well, so. Yeah. And I also like that you don't spawn on sand anymore. I don't know how long, if that came about in 1.8, or if that's been about for a while, and I just haven't really noticed it, because it's not like I spent all my time playing Minecraft or anything. And then just the fact that I've been playing it for so long that I really just don't pay mind at where I spawn anymore. It's just kind of like, sand again, sand again, sand again. If there's a difference, the only difference that I have noticed as of late really is that I spawned on a tree once, which was pretty cool, I guess. So yeah. So yeah, I hope none of you really mind the fact that it's running at like 5 frames a second sometimes. One thing I don't like though is like this kind of wood. I understand that some people really like the darker wood, but I personally could care less. And I really wish that I would stop spawning in these forests. Because frankly, I don't like them that much. I prefer the more, like, you know, just the normal forests, the ones that aren't with these kind of trees, the ones, the default trees. Yeah, I've never, really liked the snowy biomes at all, in any, case, ever, really. There's one that I kind of like on my main world. That's just because I've been around it so much, it just kind of feels, like home, I guess. That's really the only snowy biome I've ever liked. Whoa, spider. Don't kill me. Oh yeah, I forgot it's daytime, it won't kill me. Oh, it's becoming nighttime. Okay. I don't have any, coal, so I guess I'm just gonna have to make charcoal. I suppose I should probably bring up the brightness, just in case. I don't know exactly how much that's going to help, because I personally don't really see too huge a difference between the brightness settings, and I just don't really like bringing up the brightness because, I don't know, the default brightness is fine for me. Like, the only difference that I really see, I know I'm digging the sand with the pickaxe, deal with it. Yeah, the only difference that I really see is between 0 and 100%. Well, I don't know. I guess there is a bit of a difference that I do see between them, considering I did have it on 10% before. But yeah, I personally really like the default brightness, or 10% brightness. I guess I like as well. I don't really know exactly why I changed it to that. I guess I just preferred it. But yeah, I don't really like having it too much brighter than that. Because it's a bit too bright. It's kind of like how in Oblivion, if you've ever played that, which I assume most everyone has. But if you haven't, then well, like there's night vision and torches and stuff, so you can see in dark places. To kind of give a bit of a challenge. But what what my friends seem to do whenever they play, is they just turn the brightness up, and then all of a sudden you can see in the darkest of places, which is kind of unfair. And it kind of goes for this as well. Like, with torches, I guess it does stop things from spawning. Like, if you're just quickly going through a cave, just, like, kind of scoping it for resources to see, like, do I really want to stay in here, or do I just want to leave really quickly, or just, like, want to go through, get a few things, and leave really quickly. Then you can just, like, crank up the brightness to 100% and then go through it just fine. Oh, I just realized I found coal. I was just kind of on autopilot? Yes, autopilot. I was just kind of on autopilot, talking and doing that. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, I have a use for the sticks now. I don't have to make a sword, but I probably should. No. That's what I tend to do. If I have an uneven amount of sticks, I just make torches. Because you always need torches. Always. I really like the new lighting as well. One thing that I don't like, I don't know if it's been... No, it hasn't. Not really. The one thing I don't like about the lighting is the torches. When you place them, they seem to have more of a white color when you're right up next to them, and then whenever it goes off, it's more of an amber light. And I don't really like that. Because, I don't know, I've never actually been near a torch in reality. As in, like, this kind of torch, not like a torch isn't a flashlight. Because I'm American, and I don't say torch for a flashlight. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, the whole torch thing. Yes, I'm going to make a pickaxe with coal. I'm the smartest person ever. Yeah, like, you know, torches used to be, like, really the only portable form of light at one point in time, before, like, lanterns and stuff. And then I guess they just adapted it to a flashlight, because they're pretty compact, somewhat like a torch. I guess a torch could be compact compared to, like, a lantern. And, yeah. And it's like, no one really is going to use a torch anymore, so why don't we name this a torch now? And the flashlight really doesn't make much sense either. I mean, I guess it kind of does, because it's like an immediate flash of light, but I mean, it's kind of constant. It's not really like the light's constantly flashing, like on. It's like just constantly on. It's not like just a flashing light that allows you to see in the dark. It's not like a strobe light. Names are weird. Oh yeah, I made a furnace. Yes, I made a furnace. I made a furnace. I should probably smelt the iron. Yeah. One thing that I've recently found, for me personally, is I've been playing this game for so long now that just the default game is getting quite boring. Just, like, I go to it and I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, even if I play on normal, it's not really, like, having the fear of monsters is really that big of a deal, because frankly, it's not that hard to kill monsters, even if you play on peaceful all the time like I do. It's fairly simple. The hardest one is a skeleton, and frankly, they're not even that hard anymore. When I say anymore, I don't mean because of the fact that they shoot, that their fire rate is a lot less now, which it is. Because they have to draw back the bow just like you do. But I don't think they do as much damage as you do. But I don't know, maybe they do. But I mean, yeah, skeletons are still a challenge, but I mean, they're just not as hard. Once you play the game for a while. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, I've been playing the game since InDev and InfDev. If you have no clue what that is, then well, I'm sure there's plenty of YouTube videos of that, and I know I used to, I might have deleted them though. I had a few videos of me playing in, I think it was InDev, not InfDev. The difference is InfDev was the first version of, I think it was the first version. I don't know, I joined when it was, like in the middle of it. I didn't join at the beginning of InDev and InfDev. I don't know if there was anything before that, but I think there was. Actually, I'm almost certain there was. Are you done? Yes, you are. The mobs are slowly coming over here. Crap. I'm really worried about killing any mobs because of the lag. I don't want to get over there and be like, oh, huge lag spike, you're moving at PowerPoint speed. No. Because yeah, I don't want to die. I know it's an odd concept, but I don't want to die. Oh, Enderman. Hello. I never actually found one in the game yet. Well, actually, no, I found a few, but I didn't really pay much mind to them. I don't quite understand why they have a block that they're carrying. They always have a block, and when you kill them, they don't drop the block. It's quite odd. Sun's rising. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Oh, you fell in the... I mean, it's not like they can't get out or anything now, but... Ah. Yay! I'm a monster hunter. By being cheap and killing it while it couldn't attack me. Hello. So if I recall, if I just keep staring at it, it won't attack me, but I kind of have to keep my crosshair right on it, or else. Wait, hold on. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I forgot they could teleport. So I don't make any noise? It's kind of lame. I thought they did. So yeah, what I want to know is if it, like, knew it was on fire so it teleported into the water, or if it just randomly teleported and happened to go into the water for a little bit. Yeah, back to the whole Minecraft is getting quite boring without mods. Like, when I say mods, I don't mean like more creatures or more creeps, because I don't know, those are boring mods in my opinion. They just add new mobs, which really isn't that interesting to me. I've never really paid much mind to the mobs. The only time I ever really did was with sheep, whenever you could make armor from them. Oh, and if you didn't know, before there were cows, there wasn't leather, obviously. So the way you made armor, it wasn't called leather armor at the time. It didn't even have, like, you know how when you open this up, it has, like, the names didn't pop up until, actually, I think it was quite recently they started popping up. Well, quite recently, in my opinion. I think it was like 1.3 or something. Actually, it might have been way before then. I really don't know. Yeah. It was just cloth armor, pretty much. It looked the exact same as leather armor, but you made it with sheep wool instead. And so yeah, and it was back when like mobs, they would spawn in packs. Every type of mob would spawn in packs, pretty much. Creepers. I think creepers might not have, but I'm almost certain zombies did. I know for a fact pigs and sheep did, because you would find just huge mobs of them. I think that's where the term mob came about in this. I don't know, because a mob is like a huge group of things, right? So I think that's why people started calling them mobs, and then they just kind of kept it like that. Whereas I could just say, you know, creatures or something, but before you'd find like groups of like 20 sheep and pigs just in this one condensed area. See, I think that's where the term originated for this game, but I really don't know. Maybe people normally call monsters mobs, and I just didn't know about it, but yeah. So yeah, I used to make them make leather armor from sheep wool, which I really liked because after Notch took that away, wool had no purpose except for eventually a long way away when he started making when he added beds, and even earlier than that, which was still a long way away from when he added cows dyeing wool to create structures, which I really have never used dyed wool to make a structure, ever. I've barely even dyed wool. If there was a counter for how many times I've dyed wool, it's probably like 20, maybe. So yeah. Yeah, I really liked those days whenever you made leather armor, even though it wasn't really leather armor, with sheep wool, because as I said, it made it a lot easier. Even with today's sheep spawning, it would still be a lot easier, because you get wool easier than you can get leather. Yeah, back to the mod thing that I keep getting off topic about, or I keep not talking about, or whatever, words and things. Mort flesh. That's what I always call it. I think it's called rotten flesh, right? Yeah, but I call it mort flesh. I think that's what zombies drop in Oblivion. I think it's called mort flesh, if I recall. I think that's why I keep calling it mort flesh, because it reminds me of that. That's cool. Doesn't look very stable, and it looks like it'd fall over any second, but it looks cool. I'm gonna jump. I might die, but I'm gonna jump. Oh, I didn't die. And there's a skeleton. Oh, and a creeper. Are they attacking each other? I think so. Oh, I barely have any health. Or, I barely have any hunger. How would you say that? My hunger is not very, filled. My hunger is not very satiated. Is that... I don't know how to use that word. I try to use words that I think fit, but they never really do, I don't think. Maybe I just don't think they do. Oh, and since reeds are now sugarcane, even though I still refuse to call them sugarcane because, you should be able to eat them and restore hunger, because you can eat sugarcane. So, yeah, you should be able to restore hunger. Maybe not tons of hunger, maybe like half a thing, well no. Maybe like a fourth of a little meat chunk, or whatever the hell those things are. Like a fourth of it, or 5th or something. I don't know, something very minuscule. Because you can just farm these pretty easily, but I mean, it would make sense. Is that a pink sheep? Oh yeah, I forgot pink sheep were added a while ago. Wait, is that a pink sheep? Yeah, that is. I just didn't believe that was a pink sheep. Back to the mods thing. Yeah, I don't really like things like no creatures or more creeps and weirdos. I've actually never used more creeps and weirdos, but just from what I've seen, it's just really random. I just burped. Yeah, it's just really random and weird, and I guess that's where the name comes in, more creeps and weirdos, but it's just really kind of stupid. No, I'm not saying that, like, you're an awful person if you use that mod, or either of them, I guess, but I just personally don't like it. I prefer more creatures than I do more creeps and weirdos, because, I don't know, it's more realistic. Whereas more creeps and weirdos has, like, just this random crap in it. Yeah, like the mods that I like, that I've been using for a decent bit of time now, Industrial Craft and Buildcraft. Buildcraft is only as of late. I haven't actually even really gotten into it yet, because whenever I started getting into it, 1.8's out. Yay, I can't use this anymore. Actually, I do still have my, bin folder, or my, bin, Minecraft.jar from 1.7.3 Goat Swamp. It's really random how the swampy water spreads out all the way this far. How the swampy water spreads out all this way, even though the swamp is over there, and there's already like some swampy grass too. But still, swamp. Yay. Stupid water. I'm doing this so I don't have to see the stupid horizon. Does it do that every time you jump or just in water? I don't know, I'll find out. Oh, this better not be a fail swamp. Better not just be like a few trees on islands, which is what it looks like right now. Oh, better not be. That's just a shame if it is. Oh, wait, maybe not. Maybe it isn't. Wait, hold on. Okay, no, it's just in the water. It's not every time you jump. I really need food. You should get meat from sheep. You really should, because there's really no point in killing them anymore. Well, I guess there is, because I personally find it a waste to make shears. Unless you're trying to make a structure, and then it's more efficient to use shears, but I mean, well, I guess either way it technically is, but I mean, generally people are only going to need wool for a bed, so, yeah, it's just kind of pointless to make shears when you can just kill 3 sheep. Because if you find 1 sheep, there's generally more around it. Not always, but usually there are. Yeah, back to the mod thing. I think I've pretty much covered everything that I wanted to say, but I'm just going to kind of say it more, just in case some of you are like, I forgot what you said originally, it's been so long. Yeah, just the default game. The default, whatever. Just the default game is just kind of boring now. And, Industrial Craft and Buildcraft I really like because they don't add new mobs or anything. It's not really something that's gonna get in your face and like, hey, I'm gonna kill you now, or hey, if you tame me, you can ride me, or hey, I'm the letter G, or something stupid like that. Yes, I find the letter G stupid. I think you can eat this, if I recall. You can. Okay. I don't know what's so bad about eating it. Like, can I not eat, like, chicken flesh anymore? Yes, chicken flesh. That is the normal name for it. Everyone calls it chicken flesh. Like, can I not eat normal food anymore? I can, but I'm still a zombie-looking thing. And now I'm not. Okay. I guess it's just something like, you have a disease now. But at least your hunger is satiated. I still think that's the right word to use, but I don't know. I wish I had red mushrooms. Or toadstools. People used to call them toadstools before the name and stuff came in, and I remember there used to be a decent bit of controversy over names whenever Notch would add new items. Before the whole name thing was implemented, like redstone, people were calling it a bunch of different things. There were some people trying to call it like an actual element, if I recall. And then like a literal element in the periodic table kind of thing. Maybe not in the periodic table, maybe it's a substance of mixture or something. But yeah, they were trying to call it like a legitimate name, like something that exists in reality. And then there was another group that was naming it Redstone. Most people went with the Redstone group, but I was one of the people that actually went with the other name. Because I personally like the other name better. I don't remember what it is, but I like it better. Because, I don't know, redstone is it's just like, yeah, it's a stone, it's red. You came up with the best name ever. You're very creative. It was just, eh. I mean, I guess going off of a name that already exists isn't very creative either, but it sounds better than redstone. What is this, redstone? What's that, redstone dust? Oh, yay. That's great. And I think some people were actually trying to call it, like, red coal, because they thought it looked like coal. And I guess they thought it looked like coal, just red, whenever it was like this. And then also whenever you pick them up, the powder kind of looks like coal, I guess. I never really agreed with that, because, I mean, for one, all the ores look the same whenever they're in the block form, just different colors. So you can't really go off of that, and then the powder just really doesn't look that much like coal. It does look like a little bit, but I just never really thought it looked that much like coal. My inventory is not organized at all. I think I got my inventory organization from a Let's Player. I forget. Well, actually, I know I did. I don't remember who it was though. Yeah. Mainly, it's just pickaxe right here, and then torches on this side. And everything else is kind of random. Like, not really. I guess the first 4 or 5 blocks are like sections or tools. So like pickaxe, spade, sword, and axe, or axe and sword, or whatever. I don't have a shovel usually though. Yes, I know I said spade, now I'm saying shovel. I switch between the two. Cave. Cool. Yes, I will dig a block with a torch. I'm doing this so nothing besides like a spider can get up, because, I don't know, I like sectioning off my caves, sometimes. It just makes it easier, so you don't have to worry so much about mobs from either side, just worry from one. Hello. So it's a zombie spawner, I presume? That's good. I wouldn't be able to handle a skeleton spawner. I'm pretty certain that 2 torches aren't enough to block this. I thought it was 4 around it. But actually, that doesn't make that much sense to me. Because it's only a certain amount of light that you need, that you need, right? So having 4 torches around really would just be too much light. Like, not too much, I guess, but it would just... Eventually, it would just be so much light that it doesn't add to the light anymore, if that makes sense. Because there's a limit on the amount of light that you can have with torches. Like, I think adding more might make the light level higher, but you can't have it as much as, well, like the sun's light level, because then that would start burning the monsters. I remember reading somewhere what the light level of the sun is. Oh crap, I forgot about that. I now have, like, what, 2 1/4 stacks of torches. That's just great. I definitely wanted that many torches. Yeah, with Industrial Craft and Buildcraft, it's just, I really like what they add. Well, Buildcraft is more just a thing how eventually they have plans of incorporating Buildcraft into Industrial Craft with using the oil from Buildcraft to power the machines in Industrial Craft. I think he said he was going to plan that. There it is. Yeah, so that's really the main reason I'm doing it. Buildcraft, besides that, doesn't really interest me too much. Yeah. Water. Yay. Oh. No. No. Is the water color different when it's flowing? It looks different. Maybe it's a biome effect kind of thing. I don't know. Yeah, so, I think I've covered the mod thing fairly well, even though I kind of got off track like 20 times, and frankly, I don't even remember exactly how I started it. But yeah. Oh, I'm glad I wasn't standing right on top of it like I was going to. That's why you don't mine directly below you. A better example would be lava right below you, but there wasn't any, so I'm fine. Let me see. I got wheat, didn't I? Yeah. I love how I didn't do anything about it. Yeah, I have wheat. Oh well. Like, I have a workbench too, don't I? No, I don't. Do I? I thought I did. I think I placed it somewhere. Man, I'll just make another. I always switch between names. Like, not necessarily just in Minecraft, but I always switch between names. If there's more than one name, it mainly occurs in Minecraft, but, like, the whole shovel spade thing, and then also workbench and crafting table. Because before the names came about, I would always call it a workbench. And then Notch was like, it's a crafting table. Okay. Where did I put my crafting table? I don't know. I wish Notch would implement moss spreading. I know you can get that with the finite liquid mod, and it annoys the crap out of me when I see people making a mod showcase of that. Like, I've seen a few, just because I was looking for the, like, just reviews of the mod, and there were so many people. Like, there was one person that didn't call it finite liquid mod. Finite is not a word, it's finite. Just because it took away the in from infinite does not make it finite, it's finite. Like, I don't know, maybe there's another way of pronouncing it somewhere. Maybe finite is an acceptable way of pronouncing it, an acceptable pronunciation of the word, but it's finite. Finite just sounds like you're stupid. I was going to say retarded, but people don't like when you say that, even though it's dumb. I mean, really, just like, no one really cared before, now all of a sudden it's like, it's politically incorrect now. Really? Now? Like, 'cause I grew up with people calling things retarded, and then all of a sudden, the past few years, like, I don't know, starting from like 7th grade or something, people were like, no, retarded is politically incorrect. Really? Does it matter? Let's have the next generation care about that. We shouldn't. We grew up hearing those words. It doesn't really matter, and besides, they're just words. If anyone really takes too huge offense of words, like, I can understand some words, but saying retarded, like saying something's retarded, oh, that's not politically correct. Saying something is stupid could be taken just as badly, kind of, I guess. Like, if you think of it the right way. Because, like, you call it, like, someone, like, it's a mental thing, they're retarded. It's a mental thing, someone's stupid, they're slow, they're not as good at, they're not as fast at thinking, as learning. At learning? Yeah, at learning. Like I am. I'm stupid. Yeah, it's a mental thing too. Of course, it's not as severe as being retarded, but I mean, still. It shouldn't really be considered so bad, like, oh my god, you said retarded, you should be thrown in the pit of hell, or whatever. Pit of hell, I don't, yeah, whatever. Really? No gunpowder? No sulfur? Steak. Steak on legs. That is what the cow is. The cow is steak on legs. Yeah, recently I watched a video from Bogobat, Dan Brown, whatever, and this was a few days ago, but he was talking about artificial intelligence and stuff like that, and he didn't really mention this. He just mentioned about how eventually, like, robots and artificial intelligence could start doing our jobs a lot more than they are now, like designing things like shoes and like games and stuff, because they're artificial intelligence. They can, they can decide things. Like, they can be creative to an extent. I don't know exactly how much of an extent, but maybe 2 more than us or something. But yeah, like, eventually all the jobs could be taken by artificial intelligence, except maybe like being the president or something, because even if they could do a better job, people just probably still wouldn't trust having a robot being the president, or well, I guess a dictator couldn't. Well, I guess it could happen. A robot's like, I've evolved. I am a higher being now. I will take over this country. I'm a dictator now. Yay! Something stupid like that might happen, I guess. Like an election kind of thing, democratic vote, stuff like that. I don't think people would really trust a robot to be the president. Maybe eventually, but not anytime soon. Yeah, so, like, most jobs, except for, like, things that involve government, would be taken. So what would happen with money? Because you can't do a job to make money. Really. Like, you could do a job for a friend and, like, hey, I'll fix your car for blank money, even though, if I recall, it's illegal to do stuff like that. I don't know, maybe it's not. I think I remember hearing somewhere about, like, you can't do a job. Maybe it's you can't take it to your house and fix it for them, or do something like that for them. I don't know, it's something like that. I might be completely off, but, like, you can't get paid. Like, you can't, say, fix someone's car, but bring it over your house for, like, a week to fix it, and then you get paid for it. Something stupid like that. Yeah, like, with money, I can't even think of what would happen, because, like, throughout human history, whenever we actually had any sort of trade, we pretty much, well, any sort of trade, we had trade. Like, because there would be really no more trade, you just get stuff, which is just weird. when you just get stuff, like, I mean, I guess the government, wait, I did have another crap, but, where did I get that? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess, like, the government would give free stuff? I mean, I don't know. I just can't even think about what it would be. Like, I don't care about these torches. Oh, wow. A lot of food. Hunger. A lot of stuff. Yeah, like, there really wouldn't be able to be a trade economy because, well, things would be created by the robots, of course, but the only way to get them would be by trading. But since there's a finite amount of things that you have, you wouldn't really be able, you'd be able to trade for more things, then all the while more things would be manufactured, but you really have no more stuff to trade for that, because you'd be trading one thing for multiple things, but those multiple things are worth that one thing, so you can't really get more, because more things would be manufactured, as I said, so I mean, it's just, I don't know what would happen. It'd be weird, because like if the government's giving away stuff, then everyone would feasibly get the same stuff, because there'd be no more rich or poor. There'd be no more like, I have millions of dollars, I have no money. It'd be, everyone has no money, or if you do have money, then it's just worthless money now. Even though ours, in America, ours is already worthless money. It's just like, we promise there's stuff backing it up. No, there isn't. Because we don't, I heard somewhere, or maybe it was a friend or something, they thought our money was backed up by gold. That's funny. It isn't. American money used to be backed up by gold. But we have no more gold to back it up. Well, actually, I think we do have gold to back it up. We just don't use that anymore. We just use word of mouth. Like, we just use... I promise you that it is worth money. Don't worry. But it really isn't. It's just paper that we keep printing out. It's really... It always confuses me, because there's nothing backing up the money besides our promise that there's something backing up the money. I've never really understood it, but yeah, our money's worthless. So, our money's already worthless, but I mean, eventually our money everywhere, or maybe just in a few countries that actually can afford the artificial intelligence and stuff. But I assume, fuse, how did I get fuse from I assume? Yeah, I assume that eventually, once a country did get a robot/AI economy, I guess, going, they would have no need for money, so they just have the AI/robots create more of themselves, which they would then give to other countries for free, so they could set up an economy, and then everyone would just be happy and peaceful and start going to wars with robots and artificial intelligence instead of humans. Right? Don't talk about wars. That's a touchy subject. I don't care. I know there's some people that really don't like hearing about wars at all, but I don't care. Man, do I know anyone who doesn't like wars being talked about? I don't know anyone who enjoys wars being talked about. I don't know anyone who's like, no, never talk about wars. You're an evil, evil person for even saying the word war. Oh my god, I just said it twice. Yeah, I've never met anyone like that. But if you are like that, then I don't care. I really don't. Yeah, so the whole economic thing, it just confuses the hell out of me. The more I think about it, the more it confuses me. I'm like, well, I guess the economy could be like this, because I kept thinking how a trade economy would work. Because I know it's considered an inferior form of an economy, but I mean, it could still possibly work, but then it just wouldn't at the same time. It's just weird, because, like, whenever you have something that's gotten old, you wouldn't be able to sell it. You'd just be like, I guess I'll recycle this now. And there'd be no more competing companies. There'd not be like, I don't know, Verizon and AT&T. Our service is better. Our service is better. The government would be more like, or just the mass people just be like, that one's better, and then, okay, goodbye other people. And even then, there'd really be no point in companies, because the only point that they're around really is for them to make money. They don't really care about you, they just care about the fact that they're making money. So, I don't really know what would happen with that either. Because without the whole monetary influence, or whatever, like, the monetary money driving them to make more things just so they can make more money, that wouldn't exist. It'd just be more like, I don't like my phone plan, so I guess I'll make a company myself, and it will be free because everything's free now, and it will be awesome and great. And it's just, I don't know what would happen. I don't know if it'd be better without money, or if it'd be worse, because there'd be really not as much of a driving force. Like, people wouldn't be as fueled to do stuff. They'd be like, well, if I do this, the only thing that happens is other people get a better computer, or a better phone plan, or better internet connection, or whatever. There'd really be no, like, money thing, like, there'd be no money driving that forward. They'd just be like, I just really don't care about others. I'll make it for myself. I mean, if I can make it, I can make it for myself, purely, and then it'll be fine. I'll just make it for, like, myself and a few friends, or something like that, and it's just, like, it's weird. Because people would be doing jobs for free. People wouldn't want to do jobs, because they wouldn't get anything out of it. They'd just be like a teacher. I'm good at teaching. I could teach students, but since everything is free now, I'll just sit home and read books or play video games all day. And it's just like, because there'd really be no need to teach people anymore. Because, well, all jobs would be taken by artificial intelligence if they can't be taken by robots. Like, just pure robots, just programmed and stuff. Like, scientists programming artificial intelligence to, study stuff, think more and more about how to, I don't know, travel into space more efficiently, or look at supernovas all day, 24/7, no getting tired and, like, lazy and, like, yeah, my work got a little sloppy here. They'd just be, like, just working constantly. It'd just be, there'd be no drive to do anything. And then also, as I said, like, I guess what I just said would be kind of pointless. All jobs are taken, so people wouldn't do jobs. There'd be no driving force to do jobs because people couldn't do jobs. Well, I guess they might be able to. It's just weird. The more and more you think about it, you're like, well, I guess this could happen, but no, it couldn't happen. It's just, it's really weird to think about. I just don't know. It's weird. I keep wanting to explain it to myself, like, no, you see, because this could, no, wait, it couldn't. Crap. It just, I need to explain this to myself somehow, but I don't know how. The main thing is, what would the economy be like? And then secondly, what would people do? How would people get anything done? There'd be nothing for people to get done. And I guess also what I said earlier about, like, a better phone service and stuff, people wouldn't need to do that because there'd be an artificial intelligence program to be working on better internet connections and Enderman outside of no, it's a sheep. Not a sheep, a cow. I thought that was an Enderman for some reason. Ghost cow. Yeah, like, there'd be AI working on better internet connections and me turning my sound down because that spider's getting annoying. There'd be artificial intelligence working on better internet connections and phone services and stuff like that. So there wouldn't need to be people doing that. So we'd just become lazy, uncreative things, and we wouldn't need to go out exploring space because there'd be robots doing that for us. so we wouldn't have to worry about these huge ships that we make and then like having plants in them and stuff so people can live in them. People wouldn't need to live in them. They just send like, you know, a really advanced probe out there or something, like an artificially intelligent probe, decent bits of fuel for like, oh no, we calculated wrong somehow. I don't know how because we're more superior than humans, but oh well. And then they like can adjust their course and then go back towards going to that planet. And they land there. They capture all the data, send it back to Earth somehow, or maybe they have to fly back to Earth and send it, or something. And then eventually like, oh, this is how we fly humans. And then just humans are boarded onto a ship like cattle by the AI, and then they can live there, or maybe, like, I don't know. Because it seems like the AI would eventually kind of become self-aware. I don't know if it's just because of science fiction movies, but it seems like they would. Because they're artificially intelligent. So someone somewhere would program one a certain way, like, I don't know, programming one to be an artist, just program them with all this creative stuff. And then they start thinking more and more and more and more, and they're like, wait, aren't I a being, kind of? And then, like, it just kind of evolves from there, and then it becomes self-aware somehow. My logic might not make tons of sense, but it does to me, kind of. I could be completely wrong, like, someone's watching this like, wrong, 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 you're an idiot! And I don't disagree with you, I am an idiot. But, yeah, it's just, like, we would become obsolete, pretty much. There'd really be no point in us at all, ever. So the AI would pretty much take over. Kinda like what happened in Galactic Civilization, how the Iconians were at the Yor, and then the Yor took over Iconia, and the Iconians had to go to New Iconia. If you don't know what Galactic Civilizations is, then, well, I'm sorry for you. It's a game. And the Iconians are aliens, obviously, and the Yor, as in most science fiction games, it seems, there's always one race that makes an artificial intelligence that ends up becoming self-aware and becoming evil, and they take over the other life forms, and they either kill them or they're driven off from the planet and have to go to another one. The Iconians had to go to New Iconia, and the Yor took over Iconia. And the Yor, like these evil, militaristic, artificial intelligence android people. Yeah, so it become kind of like that, but I mean, I guess, like, because if you think about it, eventually from so many years of just, like, not really having to worry about them, as I said, we'd become weak and lazy and uncreative and stuff, and you'd just be like, I don't know how to use a computer anymore, really. I just have to press a button and start thinking loosely, and it'll do what I want. I'm thinking, like, way into the future, like, you don't even have to type on a computer, like, you can't type on a computer really anymore, it's just, like, your thoughts are processed by the computer. You just have to loosely think, and it's like, oh, you wanted to go to this website, you wanted to do this. And the games, like, play themselves now. It's just basically like a TV show that's slightly interactive. And it's just like, the androids eventually, or artificial intelligence, or cyborg, well, not cyborgs. Cyborgs would be partially human. Like the artificial intelligence or whatever would eventually take over, would be obsolete, and we'd probably be killed. So all in all, I guess what I'm saying is, it's kind of a bad thing to have artificial intelligence to an extent. Like, it's a good thing to an extent, but once you get past that line, it's just like, okay, we should be worrying now. Like, I mean, nowhere in the near future I wouldn't think we could make artificial intelligence that could do anything close to that, but I mean, it's just, eventually, I think we could, unless we end up killing ourselves, which I see as a big possibility too. Nuclear weapons or laser weapons, if we end up making those, which I wouldn't be surprised about, because I think some people are trying to work on that a little bit, or at least improving laser technology, which would eventually mean making it more compact and easier to carry around, which would eventually mean, oh, I put this laser into a gun-looking thing, and I add a trigger, and yay, I can kill people with this. So yeah, something like that happening. Or even something like a laser tank. If we can't make it compact enough, we just add a laser to a tank. Dead. Yay. I heard somewhere, I don't know if we do this anymore, but I think it was from chemistry. We would use uranium, like I think it was after, like, because not all uranium is radioactive. Just I think a lot of it is. It's been around for so long that a lot of it's not some of it's not radioactive anymore. If I recall, after we use it in a nuclear reactor, or maybe it's just the bits that we find that aren't radioactive, if I recall, we make them into a shell. I don't know if it's just America that does this, but we make it into like a shell, and we launch it from a tank, and it's so dense that it makes the other tank blow up. There's no explosives in the uranium shell at all. It's just so dense that it makes the other tank blow up. Isn't that cool? You don't have to use, like, explosives or anything, just a uranium shell. Whereas the other tanks that are fighting us, like, would have to use, like, explosives and stuff, most likely, I would assume. And we're just like, uranium shell. I wouldn't think we were the only ones that did that, but maybe. Anyways, I think that's enough for this Minecraft thing. I think half of it I spent talking about androids, or artificial intelligence, or whatever, taking over the Earth, but yeah. I think it was a fairly interesting conversation, one-sided conversation that I'm probably the only one that enjoyed, but yeah, goodbye.